if somebody today wants to see Iran fall, and they're in politics, they're actually on the inside. If somebody today, from the eye of a CIA agent today, knowing, say, a former CIA officer, clandestine, that, you've been around, how would you be able to succeed today? How would you do it today? Knowing all the players, knowing where people are at, knowing who would want to see it, knowing who doesn't give a shit about getting involved. It's not our top 10 problems that we have right now. President Trump sat right there and said to me, yeah, we have so many problems in America. You want me to think about Iran? We have so many things that we're dealing with ourselves, right? How would one go about doing it if they're from the States?
You always have to approach things with multiple avenues, multiple ways in. So you would have, of course, one way in that's exclusively propaganda, trying to get the people on the inside to take action themselves. Propaganda is alive and well everywhere. Don't just think that it's Russians doing it to us. We do it all over the world as well. We call it information warfare. So one route is through propaganda. Another route is through paramilitary or guerrilla support to known revolutionaries that are in country. That's why you have Green Berets. That's why you have CIA paramilitary. That's why you have elements of government whose job it is just to support, train, arm, equip known revolutionary forces that are in any given country. But then you would also want to reach in using your intelligence services to create bot activity, cyber activity. So you could create more chaos from known opinions that are already happening in country. Anywhere you go, there's always people who disagree. So if you really want an argument to get bigger and bigger, all you have to do is fuel both sides of the argument. So hack an algorithm, create a bunch of fake bots that comment and like and whatever else, and now you just made an argument bigger. So you have all three of those elements before you start talking about foreign intelligence partners that do have reach into that country. And when you have a foreign intelligence partner who has reach into that country, sometimes it's just a matter of paying them for operations. Sometimes they already have their own national security policy they're trying to execute, and you can support that national security policy. So there's lots of ways to reach in. But the thing that's so frustrating about Iran specifically is nothing seems to be funded and supported for a long enough period of time to make real progress. All four of those efforts happen, but then they're turned off, they're turned up, they're turned down. All sorts of changes happen all the time. And especially for professional intelligence officers, current and former, who have been Iran watchers, it drives them crazy. It drives them crazy because they see success, and then there's protests, and then they hope that someone's going to continue to fund operations that advance the protests, and then they don't. Or they hope that there's going to be some kind of effort to swoop in and do something else, and there isn't. And then you've also got instances like the B-2 bombing raid that happened that incurred into Iran. A one-time attack like that, that's just a big muscle flex. That's not strategic or tactical benefit for a long-term operation.
So, in other words, in order for it to happen, it's not going to be a peaceful one.
No.
It would be a very nasty one.
If it was peaceful, I'd be shocked. It would require somebody to die of natural causes, somebody else not to step up to the plate to take over when Khamenei dies, and then everybody else to just agree to elections. I will say one thing that shocked all of us was when the least likely president was elected, right? I don't know how to say his name, but when the current president was elected, nobody saw that coming.
Raisi? Who is the current president?
Yeah, it starts with a P.
Oh, yes. Pezeshkian.
Right? Here's a guy that's...
He was just on Tucker 4 weeks ago.
But pro bull markets, minority, did not win the majority, no one expected him to win the majority vote, except that so few people voted. He ended up elected. In contrast with the religious leadership. So this guy is an example of letting these three arms of espionage work, letting covert influence and rebellion and everything, letting natural things foment can cause change. But then this guy got screwed when we bombed Iran, because now all of a sudden he has to choose between supporting the U.S. or supporting Iran. Of course, he's going to support Iran.
Yeah. We'll see. I thought it was close at one point, but there wasn't enough momentum, and too many people wanted to play nice. And I don't think playing nice would have gotten the job done. And the only time I ever saw Trump flinch, not even flinch, but like a little bit nervous, was the day when they attacked those 3 facilities, when he walked up with himself, Vance, and Hexet, maybe Rubio next to him as well. It's the shortest. It's the first time he ever said, God bless, hopefully God is looking over us. Never saw him talk like that. He seemed a little bit nervous. Okay. Nowadays, more than ever, the brand you wear reflects and represents who you are. So for us, if you wear a Future Looks Bright hat or a Valuetainment gear, you're telling the world, I'm optimistic. I'm excited about what's going to be happening, but you're a free thinker. You question things. You like debate. And by the way, last year, 120,000 people got a piece of Future Looks Bright gear with Valuetainment. We have so many new things. The cufflinks are here. New Future Looks Bright. This is my favorite, the green one. Just yesterday, somebody placed an order for 100 of these. If you watch the PBD podcast, you got a bunch to choose from. White ones, black ones. If you smoke cigars and you come to our cigar lounge, we have this high quality lighter cutter and a holder for the cigars. We got sweaters with the Valuetainment logo on it. We got mugs. We got a bunch of different things. But if you believe the future looks bright, if you follow our content and what we represent with Valuetainment, with PBD Podcast, go to vtmerch.com. And by the way, if you order right now, there's going to be a special VT gift inside just for you. So again, go to vtmerch.com, place your order, tell the world that you believe the future looks bright. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.